A busy weekend for Texas as they land the third commitment of the weekend, the second commitment of the day. Dylan Berryman yesterday night, very late. We have a video on that. Kicker today, Kohen Brown right now. Let's talk about him. So 6-foot wide receiver, 190 pounds out of Texas. He's ranked 515th nationally according to 247 composite, which I always use, which is a 3-star. USC, Ole Miss, Notre Dame in the running here, as well as Utah. USC, again, guys, he was committed to USC just like a lot of guys are, makes a decommitment, and Texas pushes the issue and ends up with him on the 40 acres, and he ends up committing to Texas. So overall, really good job by Chris Jackson. Really good job by this staff. What do I think about Kohen Brown? I think he's underrated. I think he's legitimate top 350, maybe 400 guy. Definitely, I think rises up in the rankings. Listen, I don't always agree with that. In this instance, I would. I do think he's better than that. So I do think he should be a little bit higher than that ranking, but not a lot. But I see him more as a slot guy going forward at the University of Texas. I will say, when you watch the tape, he does have a lot of positional versatility. He does line up all around. And we see that with Texas and what they recruit. They want guys that can play multiple positions, not just on the defensive side of the football, but they're doing that on the offensive side of the football as well now. So it's really exciting times on the 40 acres looking at all these guys that can play different positions. And Sark cross trains his wide receivers, but I still believe at the end of the day, he's going to get his majority of reps at the slot position. I think he can be a really, really good slot fade guy, attack the field deep, which is what Texas needs going forward, and what I think you're going to see more. We struggled with that with Quinn Ewers. Was that because of Quinn Ewers? Was that because of his offensive line play sometimes? Was that because of the lack of the running effect? So you couldn't really push the ball downfield? I don't know. We'll have to find out this year and the years coming forward, but I think this guy could help out that a lot. He also carried the football in high school. So again, that tells you that the high school coaches like what they saw with him. They like when the ball got in his hands and the type of playmaker he could be going forward in high school. I think he can do that in college as well. So very excited to get this guy on the campus. I will say this. It does take him a little bit of time to get up to speed. If you watch him, he doesn't have elite quickness right away. It takes him a while to get up to speed. I harken this back to like a 1960s muscle car. It's fast, but it's going to take a little bit while to get up there. It's not the new Teslas, where it's instant power. It takes them a while to get up, but overall still there. And obviously Sark is always going to want some type of speed, whether that's long speed, short speed, agility. I think he does have pretty good agility, though. I will say that, and that's another reason to put him in the slot as well. And then something that we don't really talk about with wide receivers, but I think probably should be talking about more because it's about getting the ball in their hands and making plays. He has really good contact balance. A guy that we know went to the NFL at the running back position at the University of Texas not that so long ago is Bijan Robinson. And Bijan Robinson had elite contact balance. Do I think this guy has elite contact balance? No, but I think he has closer contact balance to your average running back than your average wide receiver. He's very good at someone hitting him, lining him up, bouncing off of them, and continue to go and make plays, which is very important because guess what? You give that guy a screen, you give that guy a slant, you give that guy a cross, and he can take it after getting hit once or twice the distance. And I think that's very important going forward, that home run ability, no matter where you line up, no matter where you catch the football, are you able to get it to the end zone? I think that guy has that or has that type of skill set. So I think that's really good. And I think he's overall just a really, really good athlete. He's a 10.69 meter guy, which is good. It's not great. Speed. It's not Xavier Worthy 10-2 speed, but it's good speed. And it'll probably get better. By the time he graduates at the University of Texas, we're probably talking about a guy that's like 10.45. So overall, I think this guy's going to be a very good player for Texas. I think he's going to play above and beyond his recruiting ranking, whatever that ends up being. If he stays at 515th, I think he's better than that. Like I said, I think he's like a 350 guy in my opinion. But he also does a very good job at creating space. And I think that's something important. Someone like a Julian Edelman, they were able to create space because of footwork and agility in small spaces. They run a 5-yard route, but they'd be open by 2 yards. I think that guy can do this. And if he does take someone deep, that's important to create the separation because then guess what? That doesn't put as much emphasis on your quarterback to make a perfect throw down the football field, which is hard. It's one of the hardest things to do in sports, which is deliver a football 40 to 50 yards down the field perfectly to a guy that has barely any separation. I don't think that guy's going to have this issue. When he does go down the field, I think you're going to see 3 to 4 yards of separation versus bad to average competition. I think you're going to see 2 to 3 yards of separation versus really good competition down the road. I don't think this guy sees the field super early. One, I think we're pretty loaded with young wide receivers. Parker Livingstone, Kalik Lockett, Jamie French, Dalen McCutcheon, who's going to get playing time this year more than I thought. Aaron Butler. And then you're going to have guys like Kohen Brown here as well. So I don't think he plays in year one very much, if at all. But I think year two, this guy could make an impact for the University of Texas. And it's really exciting times for the University of Texas, and they've done a fantastic job the last 3 years, honestly. They've just ramped it up to a level that Texas has not seen in a very, very long time, if ever. So again, please hit that like button. Please subscribe down below. We are here every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, breaking it down for you. So we will be here tomorrow night talking about everything that broke this weekend. Again, guys, this is the third commitment of the weekend, second of the day, and 11th overall. I really appreciate you guys joining me for this breaking news. And as always, hook 'em.